You know the feeling, right? You found the perfect thing online, you've typed in all your card details, you take a deep breath and hit that pay button. And then you just wait. But what's actually happening in that moment? It's usually just about 3 seconds. 3 seconds of staring at a spinning wheel, kind of hoping everything goes through. It feels like nothing, right? But in that tiny, tiny window of time, an entire financial system just roars to life. So for real, what is going on behind that loading screen? It is so much more than just your computer talking to a website. It's actually a complex, super high-speed dance between a whole bunch of different companies. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it all works. That's right. The second your finger clicks that mouse, you're kicking off a massive chain reaction. It's this incredibly intricate process that's designed to be so fast and so seamless that you're not even supposed to notice it. But today, oh, we're gonna notice it. Okay, so to really get what's going on, you first need to meet the cast of characters. Think of it like a play. There are 5 key players working together behind the scenes for every single thing you buy online. First up, we've got the merchant. This one's easy. It's just the online store where you're buying that thing you've got to have. They're the ones who want to get paid. Simple enough. Next, there's the payment processor. The best way to think about them is as a super secure messenger. Their whole job is to act as the digital gateway, safely carrying your payment info between all the other players. Player number 3, that's the card network. We're talking about the big names here, right? Visa, MasterCard, American Express. They are the digital superhighway that all this payment information travels on, connecting thousands and thousands of banks across the globe. And of course, you've got your bank. This is what's called the issuing bank. They're the ones who gave you the card in the first place, and they're kind of the gatekeeper. They have to give the thumbs up and say, yep, the money's here. And finally, we have the merchant's bank, also known as the acquiring bank. Their role is pretty straightforward. They're on the receiving end, just waiting to accept the money on behalf of the store. They're the final destination. All right, so now that we know who's in the game, let's talk about the first half of the action, authorization. This is the magic that happens in those 3 seconds we were talking about. And seriously, it is a digital relay race on steroids. So picture this, your click starts the race, handing off the baton, your secure payment info to the payment processor. Whoosh, that request zooms down the card network highway straight to your bank. Your bank does a lightning fast check. Are the funds there? Does this look legit? And then bam, an approved or declined message gets fired all the way back down the line to your screen. The whole thing is over before you can even blink. But we have all seen it, haven't we? That dreaded payment declined message. It's the worst, and it all happens during that split-second authorization check. So why does that happen? Well, most of the time, it's actually something pretty simple. You might just be a little short on funds. Or, hey, it happens. You might have fat-fingered the card number or the expiration date. Sometimes it's just your bank's own fraud system being a little too protective, flagging a purchase that thinks looks kind of fishy. But here is the absolute wildest part of this whole thing. Even when you get that beautiful, approved confirmation, not a single penny has actually moved. No money has changed hands. All that's happened is your bank has made a promise to the merchant that you're good for it. It's basically a digital IOU. You know that pending charge you sometimes see on your bank statement? That's just your bank saying, hey, we've put this money aside, but it hasn't actually left the building yet. And that brings us to the second phase, settlements. So if authorization was the 100-meter dash, settlement is, well, it's more like a cross-country road trip for your money. This is the slower, behind-the-scenes part where the cash actually makes its move. Yeah, this really breaks it down. Authorization is that instant promise to pay that you see happen right on your screen. Settlement, on the other hand, is the actual money transfer. You don't see it happen, and it takes about 1 to 3 business days to finish up. So what does that money's road trip actually look like? Well, on day 1, the merchant basically gathers up all those promises to pay from the entire day and sends them off in one big batch. Then on day 2, the card network kind of acts like an air traffic controller, directing the funds from everyone's different banks and making sure it's all headed to the right place. And then finally, by day 3, the money finishes its journey and lands safely in the merchant's account. So, after all that, let's bring it all the way back home. Let's talk about why this incredibly complicated system actually matters to you. Because what feels like the simplest action in the world, just one little click, is actually this incredible high-speed ballet of security checks and promises and transfers, all perfectly coordinated between at least 5 different companies. It's a system that's built on layers of trust and technology just to make your life online a little bit easier and a whole lot safer. And really, that's the whole story. The next time you click pay and you see that little wheel spinning for a couple of seconds, you'll know exactly what's going on. It's not just a loading screen. It's a tiny window into an entire financial system, working perfectly, just for you, behind the scenes.